With its two little doors. That's what this one looks like. The middle door even has a round window above it that looks like a little clothes peg person, like the little wooden ones that they make in Santa's shop. And then there's two squat little wooden doors that sit to the left and the right. It's kind of like Jack and his two little kids. The grain of the wood is prominent and celebrated in the door itself. The one shelf of grain reaches further forward than the others to form a handle. You slip your hand under it and you pull, and the big door cracks open.
You all stand in the city of coal trying to plan your next move. You've gotten these magical items and you're excited for the abilities that they contain, but now that the sun seems to be dipping over the horizon, from whatever you can see behind the smoggy clouds, you realize you need a place to stay, and you need a plan of what to do next.
G.U.M.D.R.O.P.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see any inns or anything that we could,
Oh, like a tavern or something? No, not really.
I don't know that we can just sleep in these alleyways.
I could.
Uh,
I don't know if that helps anyone else. That's just me, maybe, but...
Also, point of order for me is, Halley a goat right now, or...
I believe she is currently still a goat, yes.
Okay.
I think isn't Cedar, like, disguised self right now?
Mm-hmm.
G.U.M.D.R.O.P has been making coal angels and is just covered head to toe in black.
So he just looks like a burnt cookie?
I mean, who else would better fit in here than a burnt cookie? I'm like a native resident, basically.
Do any of these buildings look abandoned?
A couple of them look like they might be abandoned, but you can't tell if that's because they're abandoned or because it's just dilapidated and sad.
I didn't see any inns, right?
Not off dome, but you also were looking...
Like, nothing that said Holiday Inn or...
Okay, I liked that one.
That was an accident, but I'll take it.
No, that was good. So, you saw a couple of buildings. You might be able to find an inn. There might be one around, but if there are one, it wasn't in, like, the one or two, like, streets you've looked at.
I can go look for something if you're interested, but I'm not sure that we'd be welcome.
Yeah.
Kind of feels like it'd be strange to, like, go to the front desk and... Oh, can we check in? And they go, well, who are you? And we go, oh, well, never mind. And then we just run.
Good point, G.U.M.D.R.O.P. Let's check these places out. Let's walk around a little bit in the shadows.
Halley stops her goating, jumping parkour off the walls and everything when you say in the shadows, and then freezes, and then, like, hops over into a shadow.
Oh, yeah, that's real good. You should try like this. And then he goes into a shadow and then pops out on a different one.
Halley goes into a shadow and then blatantly jumps into a second shadow.
Yeah. Good effort. We'll get there.
It was the same. Did you see? It was the same.
Enough kidding around.
Oh, I'm not kidding. I'm real serious.
Halley goes to laugh at that joke, but it just comes out like, "Rah!"
All right. We walk around the alleyways of the coal city.
You're going to duck around and look through the alleyways, and you're going to see a couple of cold, shivering children. You're going to see a lot of trash, a lot of coal dust, a lot of general grime and ickiness. You're going to find a couple of establishments, and the one that stands out to you is one called the Hollow Tree, appearing to be some form of inn, hotel, motel, hostel, sleepy spot.
Cedar.
Yeah?
If we go in here, do you want to try to talk to the people and see if you can get us a room?
Sure, yeah, I can try.
I figure you would be somebody that looks more in place than the rest of us.
All right. Yeah, I'm not sure how to take that, but yeah, I'll go in and see. And Cedar just walks through the door.
You can hear this odd clanking sound as you open the door, as if there was a bell that was attached to it, but the centerpiece of it was removed. Standing at the counter, looking up immediately, super fast, and eyeing you kind of suspiciously, is a young girl, probably about 8 years old. Her hair is braided down into twin tails at her sides, and she's wearing a dress and an apron with her sleeves rolled up. And it appears that despite the general shabbiness of everything around her, she's making an effort to keep the place clean herself. She kind of like steels herself for a moment and kind of like puts on her best customer service-y face and goes, "Hello, welcome to the Hollow Tree. May I help you?"
Yeah, I was wondering if you had any rooms available.
Oh, of course, we have rooms available. Just one?
How big are they?
Well, they're 2 bedrooms. Probably about the size of a room.
Descriptive, I like it. I'll take 2.
Okay, she's gonna like open a big book with like a little bit of effort and pick up a pen and start writing down. She's gonna kind of like look at you, look back down, and look up again, and she goes, "The, bell's not chiming right today, is it?"
No. It sure didn't sound twinkly.
She looks a little bit like put off by your answer, but goes back to writing in the book. All right, she's going to go over to a full wall of keys. It looks like not a single room has been sold in this inn. She takes 2 big iron keys off and walks over and hands them to you. Rooms 23 and 24.
Perfect. And how much?
She looks like she wasn't expecting that question, like runs back to the book. Let's see. That would be 4 days rations.
Oh. Good barter system, huh?
We can take gold and also silver as well. That would be about 10 silver.
I think Cedar is going to reach in her pouch and pull out a couple of snowflakes and be like, what's the conversion rate?
She like looks at the snowflakes and her eyes go like completely blank. She kind of like recoils a teeny bit, but sort of grabs herself back. No charge then. That's fine. Please consider it a gift.
No. I can't do that.
I truly must insist.
All right. Okay. Thank you. And Cedar takes the keys off the counter.
The little girl is going to shuffle quickly into a back room.
Is there a way to get behind this counter?
Yes. There's nobody there at this point.
Yeah, she's gonna like walk behind the counter, but like she's not trying to be sneaky, she's just not trying to go all the way back there. She just wants to like put her shoulder to the side of the door and try and listen.
Roll stealth just real quick for me.
Okay.
I know you're not trying to be sneaky, but I do want to make sure you're not making enough noise.
Okay. That's a 16.
That's plenty. So you're going to put your ear to the door, and you're going to hear, no, I gave them 23 and 24. I know it's really close to room 25, but I don't know. I don't think they're going to find anything. No, I know room 25's off limits. I completely understand. Well, they brought snowflakes. I think it might have something to do with Kai. I would like to keep them close, if I can find it. Yes. Of course. All right. Yes. But good tidings are on their way. She's gonna nod, and you hear her footsteps come back towards the door that you can hear her approaching.
Yeah, I'm gonna swoop back around the counter.
She's going to come back out and look kind of surprised you're still there. Be like, oh, did you need something?
Oh, yeah, I just had one more question. Is there like anywhere to purchase some maybe above ration grade food?
Oh, if you're planning some kind of... She kind of like looks around real quietly. If you're planning some kind of celebration, there's an illegal bakery near the Yule-Cat shop. And there's also a couple of places around here that serve warm soup and hot potatoes and occasionally roast chicken.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you. And what was your name?
Oh, my name is Gerda.
Gerda. Thank you very much, Gerda. And she's going to reach out her hand to shake Gerda's hand.
She's going to take it nervously. You can feel her palm is sweating and her hand is shaking a little.
There is a couple of snowflakes in there.
She's going to take them kind of nervously and look at you, and she stashes them quickly under the counter and wipes her hand on her apron.
Thank you, Gerda.
Have a nice day.
You too. And she'll head out.
You rejoin your party, who seem to be milling about in the shadows.
Did you get some room, Cedar?
Yeah, I did. Let's go to those and talk about some stuff.
Cool.
And Cedar's gonna lead them to room 23.
All right, you all load into room 23 and notice that it's basically 2 twin beds, 2 nightstands, and a big, like, wooden box to put your stuff in, a single oil lamp, and that is it. There are no chocolate mints on the pillows at this establishment.
Pretty bland.
A little bit. It's a little sparse. Cedar takes out her notebook and makes some notes.
Allie's jumping from bed to bed.
G.U.M.D.R.O.P is standing in the middle of a room.
All right. So I did some sneaky, and it wasn't really sneaky. It was just walking from one place to another. But I overheard some stuff about room 25. Apparently it's off limits. So I think that 2 of us should stay in room 24, which I got both of them, this one and 24, and kind of listen out and see if we notice or hear anything. Maybe try and do some looking around. I figure G.U.M.D.R.O.P, you'll probably be really good at that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Sweet. They said something about Kai, and I don't know who or what that is.
Like a person?
Maybe?
Maybe we can ask around about this person. See if anybody in town knows.
I don't know if... Maybe we could. I got a couple of locations that might be a little safer to ask about, but it kind of seemed like it's a secret.
Oh, I'm good at those.
Okay, should we split up then? Some people go to the places that we could ask around in. Some of us stay to listen, to see what happens in room 25 or figure out what's going on in there.
Yeah, we can.
What if we just looked? What if we just looked in room 25? What if we just looked? What if we just took a quick look?
I mean, what if we did, though?
Oh, that goes against my programming. Can't do that.
What? How does that go against your programming?
Oh, it's not sneaky.
Sometimes the quickest way to point A to point B is not to sneak. It's to go look at room 25.
Yeah, it's recon.
Are you talking about something that's not reconnaissance?
It is recon.
What if we? Okay, I mean, I don't know about your programming, but like, what if you just do that thing where you open the door and you're like, oops, I thought it said 24.
I like this idea.
Mm.
Yeah, if the key works.
Ice key.
I could do an ice key.
Are there windows?
There are. They're streaked with some kind of black sooty grime, but there are windows.
And what floor are we on?
The second.
I could sneak around the outside of the building. See if I can see in the window. That sound good, or anyone?
Give it a shot.
All right, Gumdrop, you're going to head out and go around the side. I'm assuming that it's not really going to be much for you to, like, jump up and, like, pull yourself to the window. Because you're, like, what, 7 feet tall?
True.
But it's like a gentle hop.
If there's shadows anywhere, like, I can also make use of that.
You're not able to see inside room 25, or where you approximate room 25 is. It appears that the inside has been boarded up to make it so that it's not visible on the outside.
There's no cracks between the boards or anything.
These are children, so it's probably not perfectly aligned, no. You can see darkness inside.
All right, I'm going to come back to the group and be like, it's all dark in there. I can probably get in. Pretty easy. Since it's all dark.
Oh, well, you going in without us knowing what's in there could be dangerous.
Oh, for sure. That's why I know how to fight.
Well, let's try to do the accidental, break into the room, and then if that fails, because then we could back out, maybe even stay here. But if you just pop in there and have to bust some heads, then we're probably going to get kicked out and won't be able to rest.
Rest first.
Yeah, that's true. We could go and I also heard something about a Yule-Cat shop. So
I look at Halley.
Halley is bouncing like with anticipation and just quietly chanting to herself, Yule-Cat, Yule-Cat, Yule-Cat.
Yeah, there's like a long line, but I didn't see it.
I love that cat.
Should we go to the Yule-Cat rest and then check out room 25?
yeah, that sounds good.
It's hard because it's like two really fun things, because there's the Yule-Cat and there's a mystery room, and those are both super fun, and I want to do them all. I want to do them all right now.
Hallie is the person that you go to, like, a theme park with and you end up throwing up because they don't realize you need to pace yourself between rides. So you're all going to head out and stand in the very long line outside what you presume correctly is the Yule-Cat shop. You wait until the sun has long since gone down and the streets are lit with oil lamps before you're finally able to step into the shop itself. And you hear, "Oh, it is so good to see you again."
Yeah, good to see you too. And I nudge Halley forward.
"Oh, and who is your new friend? Such a smaller stature than what you did last time."
No, it's me. It's me.
"Well, me, it is exciting to see you once more."
It's so exciting. So there once do you remember the cape that you gave me but for deer in the robe? Do you remember?
Yes, I do remember that cape.
So this is I should have told you this a while ago. This is a long time ago story. Not that long ago. It's fine. So I was wearing it one time and I went and I used it and it was so cool and I did it and there was like ice everywhere and it was like all over. It was so cool.
Oh, I'm so pleased to hear it has served you well. As you look around the shop, you're going to see that the finery that you were used to seeing at the Yule-Cat shop isn't there. This shop is filled with relatively scratchy looking clothes, most of which are sweaters and an enormous quantity of socks. Like, this store is borderline only socks. Like, it is so many socks. You see that there are a couple things of, like, underpants, a couple of things of long underwear, scarves, hats. Most of it's focused around keeping warm, but all of it looks kind of scratchy and low quality. The cheapest thing in the store are socks.
So, what brings you here, Yule-Cat? To this place?
Oh, business is good in a town full of children. They do not want to be eaten.
Makes sense.
What?
Sorry, that what got me.
Oh, your friend is unfamiliar. He looks expectantly at Jack.
Yeah, Cedar, this is Yule-Cat. Yule-Cat, this is G.U.M.D.R.O.P and Cedar.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
lean in and say, you got to give him some clothes or he'll eat you.
Cedar takes off her jacket.
Oh, your friend misunderstands. If you are not given new clothes, then I eat you.
Oh, yeah.
If I had not caught you, Jack, your friend would have been devoured.
Oh, good thing. That's my bad, Cedar.
You could just tell your friend you don't want to hang out anymore.
No. I love Cedar.
But no. The children give one another socks. It pays the bills and the Yule Cat tax, as it were.
How come you didn't move to the pole?
Oh, I do have a shop there and another one down by the G.U.M.D.R.O.P tree. Many shops.
Eddie, run them all. Bounce around. You hire people.
Well, this shop is open 2 days of a week. The shop in the North Pole is open 2 days of the week. The shop at the G.U.M.D.R.O.P tree is open 2 days a week. And 1 day a week is a flex day.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I can't flex. I made a gingerbread.
And so you are, Fred.
Yeah, see?
And he tries to flex, and it's just a flat 2-dimensional arm. Yeah.
I have no idea how to comment on this.
I was just trying to make conversation.
It looks like you don't wear clothes, friend. You just have them painted on.
He points at his bracers.
Oh, well, that would count, friend. You're safe for another year.
These are new.
It's not often I get dessert around the holidays.
Cedar's eyes go wide.
We also all of us got these socks, and I'll lift up one of my pant legs and show the socks that Mrs. Claus gave us.
Oh, wonderful. Such a thoughtful gift socks are.
How much are your socks?
Oh, the socks are but a pittance. It keeps the children safe to exchange them. Unfortunately, they are of suboptimal quality. Not much around Coal Town, that isn't.
Yeah, we've kind of noticed that.
So, Rod, I don't have any butter pittances anyway.
You've been displeased by the quality of things you found here in Coal Town?
Man, I don't know if that's the word. I want to make things better for everyone.
Well, the city of Coal is a city of punishment, friend.
These are children.
Yes, they are. Children that have been taken for being naughty.
Taken.
Oh! Are you all unfamiliar with the population of the city of Coal?
Yeah.
This is my first day.
Oh, well, friends, wonderful. I'm happy to help. The city of Coal is the location children go after Krampus has taken them for being naughty.
Krampus.
Some people have said he takes them to hell, but truly it's not terribly wrong. The city of Coal is made to be a town for the punishment of bad children. So they end up here.
How long do they have to stay?
I will be honest with you, friend. After they are no longer children, I do not know what happens to them or where they go.
So they grow up here, or they turn into something else?
I wouldn't know. I'm only really here around the holidays to sell my wares.
Is Krampus here?
Oh, he runs the whole city, as it were, from his mansion in the center of town. He owns that factory, you see.
Cranchin.
Do you know of someone named Kai?
Kai. Oh, yes, the Snow Queen's valet.
What's his deal?
He is a valet for the Queen.
And she's here too?
I'm not sure what you're asking me.
I don't know. Seems like an important player.
Well, he is but a 9-year-old boy.
Oh,
What did he do to get here?
Truthfully, I do not know. It is generally inappropriate to ask someone why they're here, but it does appear that Kai was brought with the Snow Queen rather than brought in through the sack.
The sack?
Oh, it's how Krampus transports children here. They go into the sack and they end up here.
Hallie is trying to... The gif of the equations happening around her head as she looks between Cedar and this explanation of the sack and, like, is just trying to put together something in her head.
You begin to smell toast.
Gumdrop realizes he's standing too close to a candle. Moves away.
How many kids are here?
Hundreds, thousands, hundreds of thousands. Who knows, truly? The city of coal spans as far as the eye can see, and it's not very far with all this smog.
So does it go further than that? Or does it stop where you can see?
I've never seen the end of it. Whether that is due to the smog or my own limitations or the size of the city itself, who's to say?
Okay, so it's just not really accurate then.
If you had to guess how many, like, candy canes long the city is, what would you say?
How big are the candy canes?
Standard candy size?
Yeah, standard candy cane length.
I would imagine a whole bunch.
Whoa.
I believe there's a whole bag.
Alright, well, I guess, we moseying on along then.
Wonderful, wonderful. Do you have need of any clothes, perhaps?
yes, please.
Gumdrop looks down at himself and he goes,
I don't know.
I nudge him.
Do I need clothes, Jack?
Yeah.
Have any of you been given new clothes for the holidays? I'm trying to meal prep, you see.
We were all given socks.
Wonderful, wonderful. Then you have no need of my services at the time, though I do hope my information was helpful.
Actually, I'll trade. If you'll take the trade, I'll trade my socks for those over there. Just point at some of the scratchy socks.
The quality will not be equivalent of socks made with love by Mrs. Claus. She is a crackerjack crocheter.
She is. She's amazing. But maybe these kids need the socks more than we do. And if you're trading with the kids,
I would be happy to do a trade with you.
Jack will sit down on the ground, take off his boots, pull off his socks.
I'm sure there's an immense amount of demand for used socks.
No sweat in them, though.
It's true.
True.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And Cedar's gonna take her new socks out of her pack that she hasn't worn them because socks are hot. And she's gonna say, "Can I trade too?"
Of course, of course. You trade your lovely socks for scratchy socks.
Gumdrop sees this happening and kind of goes,
Alright, yeah.
and he turned his socks into bracers. He just takes those off.
All right, all right.
Watching all that, Hallie will do that too. She'll be like, "Oh yeah, okay." And she'll like pull out of like, I imagine reach into her weird goat form, but pull out the socks, but then be like, "Also, so most of the time I just get stuff for Spruce, but I did find one thing that I did see, and I was like, I know who would like this." And she pulls out just one of the little cat toys that's just bunches of like ribbon that's knitted or like knotted together in the middle so that it's like fluffy on the outside. The middle's like the core of all the knots of the ribbon balls. And she's like, "I saw this and I put it in my pack because just in case."
You see his little butt kind of wiggle as he looks at the toy. Oh, that is very, that looks quite pounceable. His eyes start like kind of like blowing up like cats do when they're staring down something they're about to like jump on.
Yeah, it's for you.
Oh, what a wonderful gift. Please allow me to give you something in return. He's gonna go behind the counter. And he is going to pull out a small paper-covered package and hand it to you. You'll know when the moment's right to open this.
That's a lot of responsibility. Okay. I'm waiting to feel the moment's right.
G.U.M.D.R.O.P sees Halley give the Yule Cat something, and then gets something back, and he goes, "Oh yeah, okay." And then he like pulls that bottle full of glitter out, and he pours a little bit on the ground, and he wants to make like a giant pile of really nice fluffy sweaters.
That does happen. As each bit of the glitter hits the ground, it expands and warps and shapes into a large, fluffy sweater with a very distinctive, like, crocheted, knitted pattern on it. All of them are different in different colors, sizes, textures, but all of them are soft, and all of them are warm, and all of them look to have been lovingly knitted. You get a pile of about 40.
G.U.M.D.R.O.P just grabs them all up, like awkwardly, like you know when you're emptying the dryer and you don't have the basket.
Yes.
It's that. Like one's like falling, you know what I mean? And he's like,
Oh, here you go. Give these to the kids too.
Oh, a charity for the children. How novel! This is lovely.
No, there's no books in there. They're clothes, man.
I will make sure these are given to the neediest of the children.
Ooh.
As you all gather your stuff and begin to head out, you can hear loudly through the door after it is closed the sounds of excited purring.